Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for The Media Zone with your hosts, Ed and Dave. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Hello and welcome to the Media Zone. And Dave here, and Dave with another one of our special, well, it's apropos because it's the comedy show tonight.
Oh, our favorite comedies.
Ed and Dave's favorite comedy films. Did you get 10?
8.
8. Well, you did better than some. I had a tough time picking some of these.
We may not have any that match, I'm pretty sure.
This might be an interesting show, so I'm going to start with number 10,
Go ahead.
which is The Naked
Good film.
from the Files of Police Squad.
A very good TV series that just didn't catch on because people had to think too much.
Yeah.
So, but the film series, great.
Only lasted about 6 shows.
Having a bad day. His best friend
Everyone should have a friend like you.
is in a coma. His girlfriend asked him to look her up.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Let me help you with that.
And his city is in the hands of a master criminal with a sinister plan.
I must kill the queen.
How can any police story contain this much action? This much romance?
I like cops.
Or this much baseball? The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad.
See you then.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Spicoli.
If nothing else, for a phrase that I'm still using today, get a good one. if it only spawned that phrase, but then you got Phoebe Cates in there with her topless scene, and then you got Spicoli, and then you got some great 80s music in there.
Right. Who knew what Sean Penn would turn into?
Yeah,
From that show.
You would never guess looking at that film.
All right.
Fred Hamilton, the fast food king.
I shall serve no fries before their time.
It says 100% guaranteed, you moron.
Mister, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna kick 100% of your ass.
Charles Jefferson, a man with a mission.
Oh, gnarly!
Linda Barrett, not exactly the girl next door.
Awesome! Totally awesome!
And Jeff surfs up Spicoli.
People on lewds should not drive. That was my skull. I'm so wasted.
See Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I'm
do you
going to
got?
start off with My Cousin Vinny with Utes. And Gambini and Jerry Callow and Jerry Gallo and Ralph Macchio with about 5 lines worth of dialogue, which is plenty. Fred Gwynn in his final film, not his penultimate film,
Oh, no.
but his final film. And you know what, Ed? Lawyers love this film. They actually love this film because they said it portrays courtroom procedure accurately. And of course, Jonathan Lynn, who's the director, has a law degree from Cambridge University, so that doesn't hurt
And
with the accuracy.
There's an Oscar win in there of questionable note.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
Tomei. Who, I don't even know what the name of the character, Mrs. something she played. But
Yeah.
My Cousin Vinny, that's one of the films like Jaws. It's on, I leave it on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Very fun.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Joe Pesci.
What have you been doing since? Studying for the bar. That's a lot of studying. What's this over here? You never heard of grits?
Sure. I just actually never seen a grit before.
It's his first case.
Now, didn't I tell you dress appropriately?
You were serious about that?
The way you handle that judge, oh, you're a smooth talker, you are.
It's their last chance.
The two Utes.
Did you say utes?
Yeah, two Utes.
What is a ute?
But with Vinny's style,
I wore this ridiculous thing for you.
and Vinny's girlfriend.
We agreed to get married as soon as you won your first case. My biological clock is ticking like this, and the way this case is going, I ain't never getting married.
They're dead meat.
May I have permission to treat Ms. Beetle as a hostile witness?
You think I'm hostile? Now wait till you see me tonight.
Joe Pesci is My Cousin Vinny.
You two know each other?
Yeah, she's my fiancée.
Well, that would certainly explain the hostility.
Number 8, another one of these, spoof films, Airplane. Some
Great.
people say that's one of the best comedies of all time. I question that, but I put it on my top 10 list. There's a lot of classic lines that are still being thrown around today.
Yes, and you
Surely.
had Mrs. Cleaver.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? Barbara.
Barbara Billingsley, Talking Jive.
Right, and then did she line up to slap the kid or no?
Yeah.
Or whoever.
Then there was during some turbulence, there was a pair of jugs that went by the camera,
that's right.
just thrown in there.
That's right.
No,
They stood right in front of the camera, and then off they went.
That's classic comedy. You don't see that today.
All right.
Never has the screen been so big.
You ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir, I've never been up in a plane before.
Peter Graves,
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
My name is Roger Murdoch. I'm an airline pilot.
Leslie Nielsen,
This woman has to be gotten to a hospital.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now.
Lloyd Bridges,
Johnny, what can you make out of this?
This? Well, I could make a cap, or a brooch, or pterodactyl.
Robert Stack,
All right, Steve, let's face a few facts.
And we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight.
Julie Haggerty,
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Robert Hayes,
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Coming right at us!
the big news is Airplane.
I'm going to go again, I say off the board, Ed.
Okay, let's go off the board.
To films that you will say are crap, which they could be. Steamboat Bill Jr.
Yeah, that's off the board.
You know who makes it?
That's the first Mickey Mouse cartoon.
No.
No?
No.
What is
Does
that?
the producer know? You don't know either.
Oh, it's one of the old comedians.
Buster
then.
Keaton film.
Okay.
Steamboat Bill Jr. Great film. Now,
Oh,
it's about,
Steamboat Willie. That
Yes.
was the first Mickey Mouse. I was really questioning your choice there, Dave.
I think you still are. It's a Buster
No.
Keaton classic, Ed. Now he plays William Canfield, who owns a paddle steamer, who's waiting for the arrival of his college-age son, who he has not seen in years. This film, I don't know if you've seen this. This might be the clip you want to put on. Best known for the stunt where during a cyclone or typhoon or whatever, a front of a house falls over the character of Buster Keaton, who it falls around him with a window opening, and if he had not been standing in that exact spot, would have been killed because they used a full weight for front of a house.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of safety procedures back then.
You might want to find that clip. That's a great
Okay.
movie.
I remember just seeing stills of that film with him on a train. That's all I really recall.
He's sitting on the rail of the
Yeah.
as the wheels go, and he's going up and down. Up and
Yep.
down. Watch the whole film.
Okay, I'll try it out. Why not? When there's nothing on the Epix channel. I guess Steamboat.
So you'll see it tonight then?
Yeah. Number 7, Caddyshack. Yes.
Never saw it.
If you watch it, there's lulls in there, but there's a lot of classic stuff in there, like Rodney Dangerfield, whenever he's on, and the little gopher there, and Ted Knight. If only for the last line, we're all going to get laid. We'd put that on the list.
Caddyshack, starring Chevy Chase as Ty Webb. is that disgusting man over there?
A sportsman who really knows how to score. So, what brings you to this nape of the woods, neck of the wave? How come you're here? Rodney Dangerfield as Al Servant, a big shot.
My dinghy's bigger than your whole boat!
With an even bigger mouth.
Hey, somebody step on a duck?
Ted Knight as Judge Smales, a man of dignity. And Bill Murray as Carl Spackler.
Just a harmless squirrel, not a plastic explosive or anything, nothing to be worried about.
He's not crazy about gophers, but he is crazy.
License to kill gophers by the government of the United Nations.
And introducing Mr. Gopher as himself.
I said freeze, gopher!
Caddyshack.
All right, I'm going with more films that are, again, explains the difference between you and I.
Okay.
The Inspector General.
Danny Kaye.
Danny Kaye. It's a classic. He's mistaken for an inspector general by a town run by a corrupt mayor and his cronies. See, I like Danny Kaye films in general. I like the musical aspect of it, but this was to me this was just a great 1949, I believe, comedy. Danny Kaye at his best in this film.
Never seen it.
That's okay.
Never seen a Danny Kaye film.
Well, then you won't know the next one I list.
I may have seen Han Christian Andersen. He used to run that on Channel 10.
You were so kind last night. I thought you would stay. Well, the whole village is looking to you for help.
Incompetent. Danny Kaye is
Inspector General. The Inspector General. The Inspector General.
the Inspector General, winner of a Golden Globe for Best Original Score.
I like it. I like it.
Number 6, Vacation. That's a classic comedy. It's still today. They'll run it all over. Classic lines. Probably it was the best of the vacation films, right? Even though the Christmas one is shown all the time. A lot of classic bits in there.
This summer, when you think vacation, think National Lampoon's Vacation. See the real America.
The dog went on the picnic basket.
Let Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo,
Clark,
Imogene Coca, Randy Quaid, John Candy, and Christy Brinkley.
Well, are you gonna go for it?
This is crazy, this is crazy, this is crazy. Take you for a ride. This summer, when you think vacation, think National Lampoon's Vacation.
Better check under the hood.
All right. I'm going to go with another Danny Kaye film, The Court Jester.
Okay.
Danny Kaye is the king of jester, Ed, and the jester of kings. Just remember that the pellet with the poison is in the vessel with the pestle. The flagon with the dragon has the brew that is true.
I remember that bit.
It's also got Basil Rathbone in it.
Oh.
But again, just another crazy, zany comedy that only Danny Kaye can do.
Yeah, Danny Kaye wasn't on my radar for some reason. But I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, so maybe I would enjoy his vessels and pestles.
I don't think you would.
Probably not, I don't know.
Film, as he leads his band of midgets against the army of the Tyrant King.
Number 5, Austin Powers, the first one. No, the producer's shaking his head. That's a recent classic, though. I don't know. The second two were kind of repetitive, but the first one that was ahead of its time, I think, right? No, it's up to your. It's a great character.
It's okay.
Some of the bits are good. I'll put it on there. Maybe I should put Vacation up one.
To introduce myself.
Danger Powers Personal Effects.
Actually, my name is Austin Powers. Danger's my middle name.
Austin! What have you done?
That's not your mother, it's a man, baby!
Why won't this wig come off?
Well, now you shake it to the left, you shake it to the right, you do the hippie shake.
Ow! That really hurt. Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
Mike Myers.
Yeah, baby. Yeah!
Elizabeth Hurley.
Don't forget these.
Oh, thanks.
Austin Powers. International man of mystery.
Always wanting to have fun, Austin. That's you in a nutshell.
No, this is me in a nutshell. Help! I'm in a nutshell.
What do we got?
I'm going back. I'm sticking with old movies.
Okay.
Mr. Blandings builds his dream house.
What's his name? Cary Grant.
Cary Grant.
Okay.
This is the original, which Money Pit was a remake of to some extent. And I say forget about the Money Pit. This one is better. Cary Grant tries to build a house of his dreams, but everything falls apart. Expenses, things go out of control, and kind of basically what happens in today's world when you try and build your house. But you got to remember the thing I like about Cary Grant: can do everything. Comedy, drama.
Some people said he could do anybody.
And he probably did. And he tried his drugs too.
Oh my! He's
but
way ahead of his time.
Great all-around actor. You haven't heard the last of him on my list.
Oh no!
Mr. Blandings builds his dream house. Direct from the pages of the best-selling novel comes the laugh and love riot of the year, starring the husband, the wife, and the wolf she knew in college. While Cary was busy with carpenters and mortgages on the love nest he was building for his bride, let's see what the bride was doing.
Hi, Muriel. Good night, Bill. What a wonderful friend.
What's with this kissing all of a sudden?
What's that?
Well, just because a man is helpful in a business way doesn't give him extracurricular privileges with my wife.
Well, that's a fine thing to say about a friend of 15 years.
Well, I don't like it. Every time he goes out of this house, he shakes my hand and he kisses you.
Would you prefer it the other way around?
Number 4, Animal House. Could have been on my 70s list.
Yeah.
It's a classic line still. And it was directed by John Landis, though, who should be in prison for that.
How he got out of that, I'll never know.
There, but, okay, Animal House, great classic comedy.
I have a hard time arguing with any of those films, the ones I've seen.
Okay.
This is Faber College in 1962. You know, 1962 had to be the best year of my life. I was a member of Delta Tau Chi. The Deltas. What a great bunch of guys. School was fun in those days. The girls. The party. The friendships. The girls. Of course, we had our problems.
Find me a way to revoke Delta's charter.
You're out. Finished at Faber, expelled. I want you off this campus at 9 o'clock Monday morning. Let's go!
National Lampoon's Animal House, starring John Belushi, Tim Matheson.
Would you go out with me?
And Donald Sutherland as Jennings.
Now, was Milton saying being bad is more fun than being good?
National Lampoon's Animal House.
You might argue with the next one on my list, but we'll see.
You'll argue with this one.
Okay.
The General. Who?
That's another of the old silent?
Yes, silent Buster Keaton classic.
Buster
Takes place during the Civil War. He's a locomotive engineer, and his train engine he calls the General. And that's all I know.
That's not the still I've seen with the train. Is it from this film?
I think that's Steamboat. You might be.
Yeah, I think that's the General.
Might be the General. Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of the films, just the stills.
Right.
Of,
and in my opinion, Keaton, every bit as good as Chaplin, if not better.
Okay, number 3. This didn't show up on any of the comedy lists I saw, but I still swear by this film. Sherlock Holmes' smarter brother.
Is this Gene Wilder?
Gene Wilder, if only for the scene where a man goes, yeah, for no apparent reason. And then it's not up to the Mel Brooks level, but there were things in there that made me crack up. I remember belly laughing to bits in this film.
I never saw. That's one I have to say I never saw.
Never saw that. That's hard to find. It's on DVD though.
Hello, what's this? It's Sherlock Holmes' smarter brother. Starring Gene Wilder.
Do you have a brother whose first name is Sherlock?
I do not.
You do have a brother?
I do.
Might I inquire as to his first name?
Sheer luck.
Madeline Kahn.
I've got the sweetest little dimple in
As Jenny Hill.
How do you do? My name is Bessie Bellwood.
Liar!
Oh, you don't fool around, do you?
Marty Feldman as a man with a photographic sense of hearing.
Due to ill health, your brother has decided to take a short vacation in the country. Oh, not very long, 2 or 3 days at most, but he would very much appreciate if you would handle...
Hey! I'm here!
Dom DeLuise as the king of all the blackmailers.
Free to confidence.
Don't touch the money!
You got a lovely race.
And you got a lovely race!
Come on and...
Hop, 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 come and do the kangaroo. Hop, 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 that's the dance for me and you. If you're over 80, you can no! But hopping about the parlor is the very latest style. Come on and hop, 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 hear the music go and pop.
The adventure of Sherlock Holmes' smarter brother.
Oh, taxi!
Come and do the kangaroo, come and do the kangaroo, come and do the kangaroo hop.
All right. I'm going another Cary Grant film, Arsenic and Old Lace. It's Cary Grant at his eye-popping best, Ed.
Is Boris Karloff in that?
Boris Karloff is not in it.
Different version.
He was in the stage version. He was in the play.
Okay.
I think it was Raymond Massey who played kind of a Frankenstein-ish character. Peter Lorre played the physician who was supposed to change Raymond Massey's face so that he wouldn't be recognized by, the authorities, and he basically just scarred him up really good. Basically the entire film takes place in one room with his, I think it's his aunts or whoever, are basically killing people. And he discovers this and is quite shocked.
And it's a comedy.
It's a comedy. It's a great comedy. You got to watch it.
Never seen any of those.
I don't have the DVD.
Number 2, Blazing Saddles. It's got some slow spots in there, but it's got a lot of classic bits and lines and songs.
And you can't use those words these days.
And there's a lot of material in there that you just can't do anymore.
You can't.
He rode a blazing saddle, he wore a shining star. His job to offer battle to bad men near and far.
What's your name?
Well, my name is Jim, but most people call me Jim.
Well, do your best.
Hello, handsome. Is that a 10-gallon hat?
So just sign this, right here.
Oh, okay, give us a hand here.
All right, sir.
Work, 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 work.
Okay, folks, let's wipe it out!
The heroic sheriff rallies his citizens in the wildest finish the West has ever seen, or the movies have ever shown.
Ow! Oh! Ow! Have you ever seen such cruelty?
And what do you got?
Another film that's...
Is this your number one?
Well, it's...
Or up there?
It's on my list.
Your last one?
Yes, it's been on my other list of the 70s. It's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's all I'm going to say about it.
That was on a lot of top comedy lists that I saw.
It's a top comedy. I remember the first time I saw it. Again, you had mentioned your belly laughs at...
Yeah.
I started cracking up with the coconuts. I thought that was hysterical. You hear the horse, what you think is a horse galloping, and it's an idiot with two pieces of coconuts clapping them together. What a great way to start off a movie.
Very low budget on that one, though.
But that's what makes it great. I mean, The Black Knight.
Yeah,
that's like one of the greatest scenes ever filmed. Ever. I'm going to say that. Ever filmed. So there you have my. That's probably my. That could be my top comedy.
I do like that one of any of the Monty Python things.
Oh, it's the best of the Python.
That was on the first time we got HBO is where I saw that all the time. It was one of the first ones on there.
Yep.
And number one on my list, this could have rotated with any of my top three, but Young Frankenstein, favorite comedy. Producers. There's a great tribute to all the classic horror films, and then it's got Mel Brooks. I think it's tough. Some people say this, some people say Blazing Saddles. I go with this.
Starring Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein.
But what about your grandfather's work, sir?
My grandfather's work was doo-doo!
Peter Boyle as the monster.
Wow!
Marty Feldman as Igor.
My grandfather used to work for your grandfather.
I'm sure we'll get along splendidly.
Oh, sorry.
Cloris Leachman as Frau Blucher. Kerry Garr as Inga.
Would you like to have a roll in the hay? Roll in the hay.
Kenneth Mars as the inspector. And Madeline Kahn as Elizabeth.
Where am I? Calm down. What are you going to do to me? I'm not afraid of you. Listen, I have to be back by 11:30. I'm expecting a very important call.
Don't miss Young Frankenstein, personally directed by Mel Blazing Saddles Brooks, in black and white. No offense.
So there you have it. And Dave's favorite comedy films. I had a hard time. I tell you where there aren't a lot of comedy films is the last 20 years. I couldn't think of anything. I almost put The 40-Year-Old Virgin on there.
That's good.
That's the only any of these recent comedy films with the current crew. I didn't see all of that.
I'm surprised you didn't put White Chicks on there.
That's some horrible comedies that the kids apparently love.
They don't make comedies now. They make superhero films.
Yeah. Well, Superbad, stuff like that. That's probably the best of that crew's. And 40-Year-Old Virgin.
I just say you can't beat the older movies.
No. So go out, if you haven't seen any of these, and any that you haven't seen, Dave, you go out and I'll look at some of the Danny Kaye ones. I'll look at some of those.
Don't worry.
If they're ever on, maybe AMC or somewhere.
Yeah, I know what you'll say when you see them.
What?
You'll be watching them, you get 10 minutes into it, maybe a half hour, and you'll just say out loud, Dave likes this?
Well, it's an acquired taste for different people.
Right.
So that's it. We'll see you back here at the Media Zone next week for another exciting show.